Believe in yourself and all that you are. Know that there is something inside you that is greater than any obstacle. That was said by Christian B. Lawson. Okay? And it's fitting that we start off, "You are enough," with that quote, because you are truly enough. It's strange because we always find ourselves in situations where we're asked to do something, or we're tasked to do something, or it could be just work, where we find that we need to go the extra mile just to prove ourselves. At the front of the ranch, the reason why we were picked for that task was because we were the one that was most capable. But we're going to get into why sometimes we find ourselves in this dilemma of feeling that we're not enough. And with that being said, I think I should really start these off by identifying who the heck I am, especially if you're just tuning in. I'm Minister Robinson. This is Church of Real Talk, and as always, I'm so very excited that you are here. You Are Enough is a very important, relevant, and is definitely going to resonate with you topic, okay? Because belief in yourself is so very important. We're chosen. We vibrate higher. We're star seeds. We have a lot on our plate. And sometimes it feels overwhelming when we find ourselves in a position where we're starting to doubt our capabilities, where we're starting to doubt our worth, when we're starting to doubt that we are actually enough. And with that being said, I think that we should go ahead and get started nowish. All right, jumping right in. Self-worth. Let's define self-worth. Well, self-worth is the value that you place on yourself. It's something internal inside of you. It really has nothing to do with anyone else. It's what you believe in yourself, your capabilities, what you can say, how you feel, what you do, how you add on to life, how you vibrate higher. This is something that is internal to you, and honestly, it doesn't need validation from anyone else. This is the biggest landmine that you can actually step upon, is seeking validation from others. You are enough. You've always been enough. Yeah, there's a couple of things you need to work on. I get that. There's a couple of things that you want to get better at. I definitely get that. I feel the same way. But what's inside of you now, the potential that is inside of you now, is all based on your belief. I use this often when you got your driver's license. You know, you had to at some point believe that you could actually operate a motor vehicle or a boat, or some of you actually have a pilot's license. I'm going to be honest with you. I know that if I put my mind to it, I can get a pilot's license. But right now, I'm going to be honest with you. My self-belief is that's not something that I want to experiment with or try. Because you're up in the air. And if you do something wrong, plane comes crashing down. But that's something that I have to work on. That has nothing to do with anyone else. If I wake up one morning and decide, hey, listen, I want to get my pilot's license, that's up to me. No one else figures into it because no one else can get the license but me. You know, the license with my name on it. I found in this world, like I said, most of the things that I discuss here, most of the conversations we have here, a lot of that is based on self-discovery, discovering things that actually happen within my circumference, within my circle, how I deal with certain situations. And there have been times that I have found my belief faltering or wavering, where my belief in self just actually dropped. And I soon found out that even though it's my fault taking self-responsibility, I have come to realize that the demons, the jinns, the devils, those that vibrate lower, they play a part in this because, as I said in the earlier offering, they are the great deceivers. See, the ability to not doubt yourself is something that you actually do to yourself. And knowing that demons and those that vibrate lower cannot change reality, much less change the way things work in the world around us. What they do is they deceive us. And this is another thing that's going to resonate with you. We've all had those friends or those family members that try to instill doubt into us, that try to make us feel that we are not enough. We need to go out there and prove ourselves to them. I'm going to be honest with you. There are only two entities that you need to prove yourself to. That is your higher power and or the universe and yourself. These are the only two entities that your belief, your faith should be unwavering. Those that vibrate lower will always try to make you jump through those hoops to define your value, to define your worth. And think about it for a second. Is it really about you or them? See, if it's about them, then I could really understand that. You should go out there and prove yourself to everybody that you come into contact with. But the reality of the matter is, it's about you. It's about you bolstering your confidence in the things that you can do. It's about you being a better person than you were yesterday. It's about you realizing that no matter what they say, no matter what they do, no matter what gossip is going around, that you are actually enough. Now, I've come into a situation recently and I want to talk about it, and I'll talk about it near the end, so please stick around. I've recently come into a situation where I had to have a long, hard conversation with myself, and hopefully you do this a lot with yourself. These long, soulful chats with myself and figure out, should I make this move? Am I ready to make this move? Am I ready to take this next step? The answer, in all honesty, should always be yes. If it's something positive, if it's something that you're trying to do to smash a goal, if it's something that you're trying to do to make yourself a better person, the answer should always be yes. Let me go ahead and move forward. But the reality is that mentally we wrestle with so many different things. Many of us, even though that we vibrate higher, even though that we understand our path, are still tethered to our old ways of being accepted. There comes a stage in your life where that should not be as important as it used to be. And I'm talking to you based on years of wisdom and understanding of how life actually works, at least in my case. If you are out there trying to embrace your path, if you are out there trying to do good, it really shouldn't matter what others feel, and it really shouldn't play a role in your growth. Part of the reason why, and I will harp on this probably until the day I hit the dirt, this is the reason why we need to continually build a community of those that support and uplift each other. We are constantly surrounded by those that vibrate lower, and they really just want to chop us down at the knees so that they can say, see, you're just like me. You're not just like them. You are special. You are amazing. Let's take out the fact that you vibrate higher. Let's take out the fact that you are chosen. Let's take out the fact that you're a starseed. You are a special individual, and you've always known this. You have always known this. It's those around you, those few that are instilling doubts. Like I said, the devil is the great deceiver. It needs you to act on its negativity for its negativity to work. And one of those ways is it needs you to not believe in your greatness, your inherent greatness, the thing that makes you special, the thing that makes you unique. We've got to find a way to get through this. And I think when we come back from this break, I've got a few ways that actually might help. It actually might help. I can't say this too many times. I can't. But I will say it constantly. You are enough. Take the people that are in your ear telling you that you're not. I'm here to tell you, you are definitely enough. And with that being said, let's take a break and let's get on ways that we can work on bolstering our belief in ourselves, bolstering the belief that we are truly enough. All right? Sounds like a plan? Then let's do it. Let's go. All right, and we are back. We have so much going on. Before I go any further, we have literally crossed and crushed the 1,000 subscriber threshold, and I thank you guys so much. This has been a journey, and I'm going to tell you, it took a lot of belief in myself. It took the belief that I could truly work towards building a community of those that vibrate higher, a community of people just like you. And there were times, and I'm going to be completely transparent, there were times when I was just ready to be like, let me just switch gears and do something else. This is not working. And I'm talking about those times where I saw 10, 15, 20 subscribers, and I'm like, this isn't going to work. Nobody wants to hear about this. There's nobody that understands or embraces this concept of having a purpose. People just want to see crazy dances and stuff. But you guys prove that not only are you enough, because you definitely are enough, because I couldn't have gotten here without you, but that I am enough. And this is what I mean about surrounding yourself with positivity and those that vibrate higher. But let's get back to ways that we can circumvent feeling that we are not enough. And one of those ways is in the morning while you're shaving or brushing your teeth or doing your hair or putting on your makeup, whatever the case may be, is to give yourself affirmations, just like brief things, I am worthy, I am valuable, I am enough, I bring value to the world, I am a great person, I am an awesome person. Feel free to use any of those. Make up your own. But every morning, do that. Do that. And throughout the day, when you feel doubt creeping its ugly little head into your mind, say a few of those affirmations. Believe it or not, it works. And I've said this before. If you don't listen to anybody else, trust me, you listen to yourself. You always will have faith in what you are saying. So, always do that. Another thing, and this is something we've talked about in a lot of different offerings, is self-reflection. You've got to size up moments that you are going through, where you might feel like, oh, I've got to go out there and prove myself, or the boss wants me to do this, or, my husband or my wife wants me to do this to prove that I am worthy. Nah. You need to reflect on that and say, for what reason am I doing this for? Am I doing this to prove to someone else my self-worth, to prove to someone else that I am enough? Am I doing it for that reason? Or am I doing it because I already know and understand that I am truly enough? You've got to reflect on those moments, just like right after they happen. And you've got to use that litmus that says, hey, listen, I felt uncomfortable doing that. Or I felt uncomfortable taking part in that. Or I felt, uncomfortable having that conversation. Which leads to the next point. I'm glad that I said that, is you have to set boundaries. You know when someone has crossed the line. This is going to resonate with you. You know when people have crossed the line. And no matter how difficult it may seem, no matter how long you've let it go on, now-ish is the perfect time to set boundaries. And you're going to be met with shock and awe. Like, how could you say that to me? Who do you think you are? No, you have to set your boundaries. Just like others around you set their boundaries, and they make it clear to, hey, listen, I really don't accept that. There is nothing, no rule in this world that says that you can't act in the same way, especially if it's about your growth, your mental health, your peace of mind. Don't just set the boundary once, because if you've let it go on for so long, people are going to test you. This is going to resonate with you. And I've got to be honest with you, every time it happens, you have to reinsert that boundary and actually start adding ultimatums. Hey, listen, I'm not going to be able to deal with you. And you can use this in the workplace, wherever. I'm not going to continue to have a work relationship or a friend or even a relationship with you if you continue to cross this boundary, because it shows that you have no respect for me, and it also shows that you are trying to insinuate that I don't have value. There is no reason why you cannot set reasonable boundaries for your life. At the end of the day, it is your life, And, it brings me back again to the front of the ranch, something again that I harp on constantly, that I am placing so many initiatives in place to actually make this latch on to so many of those of you that vibrate higher, is to build a community. The physical location is just one way, but we can still build a community online, of those that support and vibrate higher. I want to thank you guys for allowing me to reach this 1,000 subscriber mark. I don't look at this as just a way to monetize so that I can actually go out there, get what's needed to build this physical, real world location. I love that fact, but it opens up doors. Again, this is how our higher powers, this is how the universe works. It gives us the capability, it opens doors for us to make these positive goals into a reality. We can utilize this 1,000 subscriber threshold to build a subscription base, just like I do on TikTok. Where we can interact in a zone that is about positivity and support. In your lives, that's not the only way. You need to go out there and continually seek out people that do indeed vibrate high and make them part of your circle. I said this earlier, and it's so true, because I saw this meme about, if you want to stay in my life and you want to bring value into my life, please, the door is open. If you just want to bring chaos and havoc into my life, then leave. The door is open. But please don't just stand there and block the traffic. Doors open for a reason. It's to let those out that no longer serve us, and to let those in that can bring value to our life, that can uplift and bolster our belief in ourselves, and so that we can do the same for them. We got to move these people that are just taking up space, and the weather like this, just letting all this heat in to make us uncomfortable. Move them out the way. Again, we go back to setting boundaries. If they don't want to uplift and support, if they don't want you to uplift and support them, they are just taking up space, blocking those that need to be in your life from coming in. Clear the entranceway, so those that need to leave can leave, and those that need to come in can actually come in. Now, one of the things that I'm working on, and this took a lot of belief in myself. Some of you that know me know that I had a project that I worked on years. It seems like until I throw positivity on what it is that I'm doing, it never seems to work out. And Red Media Radio was one of those things. It never works out unless I can find a way to bring a positive message to it. And I'm going to tell you something. I had to believe in myself, and I said, you know what? Now is just the time. And July 15th, I relaunched Red Media Radio. And everything led up to that point. Again, higher power, divine intervention, universe. I'm sitting there saying, I need to reach more chosen ones. I need to reach more souls. And it seems like as long as I keep my mind focused on that, new opportunities come into play. And this is great for you guys as well, because I know a lot of you guys, you have your own channels, you're starting channels, you are speakers, you are orators, you are life coaches, you do all of these great and amazing things, embracing your purpose. I want to bring you on so that you can host a weekly show on Red Media Radio. Yes, it's music, it's entertainment, but it's positive, it's work friendly. You can actually play the stuff around your kids. This is what I needed to do. And it took belief in myself, because whenever we fail at things, sometimes the first thing is, I can't do it. It didn't work out the way I expected. But I had to believe that I am enough to make this work. And that is a beautiful feeling. So July 15th, it launches. Make sure you join the community thing in here and read the messages, because I'll be ramping up for the next 5 days so that you can take part in something amazing. Use my email if you want to be a part of something that just breathes a positive vibe. Contact me, reach out. Okay, I'll send you all the forms, the paperwork. We'll make it happen. We'll definitely make it happen. I'm going to utilize it for the summit that's coming, the Summit for the Chosen, that is coming mid-September. I still haven't added a date yet because I got a little while to go. But now it gives me the opportunity not only to put it on all social media aspects as a live broadcast, I can now broadcast it through Red Media Radio as well, reaching more souls. That's all I want to do. That is my driving force. And I think I'm doing pretty good at it. I really do. So the Summit for the Chosen, Red Media Radio. Don't forget, mornings with Minister Robinson. I've got it down to a minute. So Monday through Friday, morning motivation. And one of the things is I drink a lot of coffee. I'm like a coffee addict. Okay. And if you feel fit, if whatever I say motivates you or resonates with you within that short, consider donating a cup of coffee. Consider donating a cup of coffee if you just feel like it. My PayPal link is up there, and I'll put my Cash App down there if you feel like doing it. Again, it's not about begging for fundage to get these projects out the door. It's more or less me giving value, me knowing that I am enough that I can inspire another human being. And if you feel inspired, you can help me out getting these projects out the door by donating a cup of coffee. I don't care if a cup of coffee costs 50 cents in your area. Donate it. It makes me happy. It gives me a warm fuzzy. And for some strange reason, I think it'll give you a warm fuzzy as well. Okay? Hey, listen, all my social networks are either above or in the details. Make sure you follow me. Make sure you join these communities. Make sure that you always remember that you are truly enough. And with that being said, Minister Robinson, Church of Real Talk. And if no one ever told you, or it's your first time visiting, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Love you guys.